Welcome back to Today we will learn about the explosive developments brewing in Salem as Gabi Hernandez embarks on a dangerous game of seduction that threatens to tear apart the Kiriakis' family bonds forever. Gabi's strategic manipulation unfolds the upcoming episode's promise to showcase Gabi Hernandez at her most calculating and ruthless, as she meticulously executes Tony DiMera's elaborate scheme. Having already successfully ensnared Xander Cook Kiriakis with her irresistible charm and passionate kiss, Gabi now sets her sights on an even more challenging target, Philip Kiriakis himself. This isn't merely a romantic conquest for Gabi. It's a carefully orchestrated chess move designed to create maximum chaos within the powerful Kiriakis dynasty. Tony's instructions have been crystal clear from the beginning. Infiltrate the Kiriakis' inner circle, exploit their vulnerabilities, and use whatever means necessary to gain access to Titan Industries' most closely guarded secrets. Gabi's natural allure and her ability to read people's deepest desires make her the perfect weapon for this delicate mission. She understands that Philip, despite his business acumen and family loyalty, harbors his own set of insecurities and unfulfilled needs that she can expertly manipulate to her advantage. The seduction of Philip Kiriakis, having witnessed his half-brother Xander fall under Gabi's spell, should theoretically be prepared for her advances. However, Gabi's sophisticated approach to seduction goes far beyond simple physical attraction. She has spent considerable time studying Philip's personality, his relationship dynamics with his family, and most importantly, his complex feelings about his position within the Kiriakis empire. This psychological preparation allows her to present herself not just as a romantic interest, but as someone who truly understands his struggles and ambitions. The seduction itself will unfold gradually over several intense episodes, with Gabi employing a combination of vulnerability, intellectual stimulation, and carefully timed physical advances. She will position herself as Philip's confidant, someone who sees past his public persona to the conflicted man beneath. By the time Philip realizes the true extent of her manipulation, he will already be too emotionally invested to pull away easily. Corporate espionage and intimate betrayal. The stakes become exponentially higher when Gabi successfully convinces Philip to provide her with access to sensitive Titan Industries information. This isn't simply about stealing business secrets. It represents a profound betrayal of family trust that will have lasting consequences for everyone involved. Philip's decision to share confidential corporate data with Gabi demonstrates just how completely she has managed to cloud his judgment and compromise his loyalty to the Kiriakis' legacy. The physical consummation of their relationship serves multiple purposes in Gabi's grand scheme. Beyond satisfying Tony's requirements for the mission, it creates an intimate bond that makes Philip even more susceptible to her influence. The morning after their passionate encounter will be particularly crucial, as Philip grapples with the reality of what he has done and what it means for his relationships with both his family and Gabi herself. The brothers' bitter confrontation. Xander's discovery of Philip and Gabi's affair promises to unleash a torrent of emotions that have been simmering beneath the surface of their already complicated brotherhood. Having experienced Gabi's intoxicating allure firsthand, Xander understands exactly how Philip became ensnared in her web. However, this intellectual understanding does little to diminish the raw jealousy and sense of betrayal that will consume him when he learns the truth. The confrontation between the Kiriakis brothers will be explosive and multifaceted, touching on years of sibling rivalry, competition for their father's approval, and now romantic jealousy over the same woman. Xander's anger will be particularly intense because he genuinely believed that his connection with Gabi was special and unique. Discovering that she has moved seamlessly from his bed to Philip's will shatter any illusions he may have harbored about her feelings for him. Philip, meanwhile, will find himself in the impossible position of defending a relationship that he knows, deep down, may not be entirely genuine. His emotional investment in Gabi will conflict with his growing suspicion that her motives extend far beyond romantic interest. This internal struggle will make him particularly volatile during his confrontation with Xander, as he projects his own doubts and insecurities onto his brother. Salem's power dynamics shift. The ripple effects of Gabi's manipulation will extend far beyond the immediate Kiriakis family drama. As news of the corporate security breach becomes known, Other Salem power players will begin to question their own vulnerabilities and reassess their alliances. The DiMera family's involvement, through Tony's orchestration of the entire scheme, will become increasingly apparent to those who understand the intricate web of Salem's elite families. This scandal threatens to fundamentally alter the balance of power in Salem's business community, with Titan Industries potentially losing significant ground to its competitors while dealing with the internal family crisis. The personal becomes political as romantic entanglements intersect with corporate warfare, creating a perfect storm of drama that will captivate viewers for weeks to come. The ultimate question remains whether Gabi's conscience will eventually overcome her loyalty to Tony's mission, or if she will continue down this destructive path until she has completely destroyed the Kiriakis family's unity and trust. Either way, Salem will never be quite the same again. Next, we dive deep into the swirling storm of drama surrounding Johnny's high-stakes trial, where emotions run high, secrets unravel, and the fates of beloved characters hang in the balance. From Paulina's inner turmoil to Gabi's fiery outbursts and Leo's questionable antics, the courtroom chaos in Salem is anything but ordinary. Let's unpack the gripping events, explore the motivations driving each character, and reveal new layers to this unfolding saga. Paulina's battle with anxiety and ambition at the bistro. Paulina Price sits in a quiet corner, her usual commanding presence overshadowed by a storm of nerves. Caught between stress-induced hunger and the urge to push her plate away, she grapples with the weight of the upcoming trial. The thought of testifying in Johnny DiMera's case gnaws at her, each potential outcome more daunting than the last. If Johnny, a young man she's watched grow up in Salem's tight-knit community, is wrongly convicted, Paulina fears the ripple effects could tear her world apart. Her maternal instincts clash with her political savvy, as she wonders how her testimony might sway the jury, or worse, expose her own vulnerabilities. The stakes climb higher when Paulina's phone buzzes with a call from the Attorney General himself. His voice, sharp and authoritative, reminds her that his office is scrutinizing every moment of this trial. Unbeknownst to Paulina, a junior aide from his team is seated in the courtroom, scribbling notes with a keen eye on every legal maneuver. The pressure intensifies as whispers circulate that Belle Brady, Johnny's lawyer, is teetering on the edge of disaster. Forced to take the case despite her protests, Belle faces the threat of disbarment if she missteps. Paulina, a woman who thrives on control, feels the ground shifting beneath her. Could her testimony tip the scales for Johnny, or spell doom for Belle's career? Leo's tangled web of gossip and guilt across town. Leo Stark lounges in a plush armchair, flipping through the latest edition of The Spectator. The headline screams about Johnny's trial, but Leo's lips curl in disdain at the coverage. The article, in his view, misses the mark entirely, glossing over the juicy details that make Salem's scandals so addictive. As he mutters critiques to himself, Gabi Hernandez storms into the room, her eyes blazing with frustration. "Enough, Leo," she snaps, her voice cutting through his commentary like a knife. She's not just annoyed, she's terrified. Testifying in court is the last thing Gabi wants, and Leo's chatter is salt in an already raw wound. Leo, ever the provocateur, raises an eyebrow. He's unaware that Gabi is set to take the stand, but he senses the tension radiating from her. With a sly grin, he prods further, questioning whether it's wise for a juror like himself to be so cozy with a witness like Gabi. His words hang in the air, a dangerous mix of truth and mischief. The trial, already a tangled mess of conflicting loyalties and hidden agendas, seems to grow murkier by the minute. Leo's penchant for stirring the pot could jeopardize more than just his reputation. It might sway the jury's perception in ways no one anticipates. As he leans back, smirking, one can't help but wonder, is Leo playing a game, or is he genuinely oblivious to the chaos he's sowing? Gabi's emotional roller coaster and Rafe's voice of reason in the Hernandez household. The atmosphere is thick with tension. Rafe Hernandez sits at the kitchen table, his brow furrowed as he watches Leo and Gabi's heated exchange. Gabi, pacing like a caged animal, snaps at Leo again, her words sharp enough to draw blood. But beneath her fiery exterior lies a well of anxiety. She pauses, her shoulders slumping, and offers a rare apology. "I'm just scared," she admits, her voice softening as she confesses her dread about testifying. The courtroom, with its cold formality and piercing scrutiny, feels like a trap waiting to spring. Rafe, ever the steady anchor, senses the inappropriateness of the conversation. His cop instincts kick in, and he firmly redirects the discussion, urging Gabi and Leo to steer clear of trial talk. It's a moment of clarity in an otherwise chaotic scene, as Rafe recognizes the danger of their words influencing the case. Gabi's vulnerability, Leo's recklessness, and the looming specter of the trial create a powder keg of emotions. Rafe's intervention, though small, underscores his role as the voice of reason in a town where reason is often in short supply. Yet, as he glances at Gabi, he can't shake the feeling that her testimony might unearth secrets that could change everything. The broader implications for Salem as the trial looms. The ripple effects touch every corner of Salem. Paulina's internal struggle reflects the broader conflict between personal loyalty and public duty, a theme that resonates with many in this close-knit community. Her testimony could either save Johnny or cement his downfall, and the weight of that responsibility threatens to fracture her carefully curated image. Meanwhile, Gabi's fiery demeanor masks a deep-seated fear of exposure, as her past decisions could come under scrutiny in the courtroom. Leo, with his penchant for drama, risks tipping the scales with his careless words, potentially swaying the jury in ways that no one can predict. The involvement of the Attorney General's office adds a layer of political intrigue, as Salem's residents wonder how far the state's influence extends. Belle's precarious position as Johnny's lawyer highlights the personal toll of legal battles, where careers and reputations hang by a thread. Rafe's attempt to maintain order in his household mirrors the town's desperate need for stability amidst the chaos. As the trial unfolds, each character's actions will reverberate, shaping not only Johnny's fate but also the delicate balance of power and trust in Salem. A town on the edge. Welcome back to the heart-pounding drama of Days of Our Lives, where every glance, every word, and every choice carries weight. Johnny's trial is more than a legal battle. It's a crucible that tests loyalties, exposes vulnerabilities, and threatens to unravel the fabric of Salem. Paulina's anxiety, Gabi's fear, Leo's mischief, and Rafe's restraint paint a vivid picture of a town on the brink. As the courtroom doors swing open, the question remains: who will emerge unscathed, and who will pay the ultimate price? Stay tuned for the next chapter of this electrifying saga, where secrets are never safe, and the truth is always just out of reach.